Have you ever noticed that the harder you try to impress someone, the faster their interest seems to fade? It feels unfair. You prepare, you push yourself, and yet the connection slips away. In this video, we're going to uncover the most common mistake that kills attraction instantly. And most importantly, you'll learn how to avoid it so you can create genuine and lasting connections. The mistake is simple, but very common. It's the constant need to impress, trying too hard to prove your worth, talking about achievements, exaggerating stories, or wearing a mask just to be liked. It may feel like the right thing to do, but the truth is, this behavior creates distance instead of attraction. Imagine sitting across from someone you really like. You want them to see you as interesting. So you start listing everything: your job, your hobbies, your travels, your successes. At first, it feels like you're doing well. But as the minutes go by, you notice their body language shift. They nod politely, but their eyes wander. They're no longer engaged. Why is that? Because the focus has turned into a performance. They don't feel seen. They don't feel included. It's no longer a conversation, it's a presentation. And that kills the spark. Why does this happen? The answer is psychological. When fear of rejection takes over, the brain switches into what we could call performance mode. You try to prove value instead of showing who you truly are. But real attraction comes from authenticity and emotional reciprocity, not exaggeration. Think of it like being on stage under a bright spotlight. The more you try to shine and impress the audience, the less you actually see them. And that's exactly what happens in social interactions. If you only project outward, you leave the other person in the dark. So, how can you avoid this mistake? Here are 3 practical exercises. First, practice the 2-second pause. Before you speak, pause for 2 seconds. This slows you down, calms your nerves, and shows confidence. Second, use the 70-30 rule. Speak about yourself only 30% of the time and dedicate 70% to asking questions and listening. People feel more attracted when they feel heard. Third, replace the idea of impressing with interesting. Instead of asking, "What can I say to make them like me?" ask, "What can I ask to get to know them better?" For example, instead of saying, "I've traveled to many countries, what about you?" say, "Travel always teaches me something new. What's one place that completely changed your perspective?" This small shift transforms the interaction from performance to connection. The biggest mistake in attraction is not being shy, and it's not running out of things to say. It's the constant need to impress. What truly creates connection is authenticity, curiosity, and genuine interest. Remember, you don't need to show a perfect version of yourself. What makes you truly attractive is your ability to connect as you are. Now, here's the question for you. When do you feel the strongest pressure to impress? Share it in the comments. Your story might help someone else. And if this video was helpful, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. In the next episode, we'll explore how to build confidence from the very first moment of a conversation.